Hey gang, Bison here, outside in the back lot, hiding in a corner of my job site for the summer. Wanted to do a look at the Bongo gear Becker Patrol Pack Mark II in black. We have a little patch here, if you can read that. No one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And that is so true. So this bag right here is my get home bag. And this is like the 37,000 bag you've seen me show everybody. 12 years it took me, but I finally figured it out. I'm not going to do the usual get home bag, bug out bag magic show where I'm going to show you what I have in every single pouch and pull it out like a crazy person. I'm just going to show you the bag that I carry, how it's set up. I'll show you the other side when we're done, and I'll just lay out the items on the table and kind of show you what I have in the front, on the top, on the inside, and then we'll look at the belt when I'm done. Before I settled on this, and thankfully I spent time with Nick Fury. If you haven't checked him out, his YouTube channel is LVI Bushcraft and Survival. Check him out if you want some real world knowledge on survival, fire starting, knife sharpening, blade care. The list goes on. It's real world experience. A lot of talks about preparing for what's coming and some politics. There's a lot of religion in there. So if you're looking for the flash and trash, looking at cool stuff, that's not the place to be. If you're really serious and you really want to focus and spend time, he has a great series of many videos. So that's LVI Bushcraft and Survival. Check him out. So here's a look at the exterior. Gonna pause here and then open things up. Stand by. Alright, in the very top of the bag and the front two tiny pouches of the bag on the main flap, I carry a Garmin GPS device. It's in one of these bags that obviously rip instantly when you open them and then they fly away. Garmin Fortrex 601. I have a lot of waypoints saved in here, different jobs, locations, and obviously home. Charging cable for said devices, and phone. A little Gold Zero battery backup. Now in this little first aid pouch, just a survival blanket, some burn gel, antiseptic wipes, gauze pads, smaller band-aids. This is just like a quick grab access. There is a larger first aid kit deep down. It's just quick. Mosquito net, some Surefire batteries for a flashlight we're going to look at in a second, and some AAAs for the Garmin. The Garmin takes AAAs, the cable in there that I just showed you, which I really don't know why it's in here. I just keep items together. This is for updating the maps and whatnot, or if I put rechargeables in there, I can recharge that way. A little pair of Simmons binos and a Gerber multi-tool. There's a bee wanting to attack. This is the, I believe it's called the Dual Force. Very cool. Large pliers in case you need to get into anything. Pretty heavy duty. I also, always on my belt every day, on my belt and in my pockets is a flashlight, fixed blade, a Swiss Army knife, and a multi-tool. So this is a larger version and a backup tool I already have. Okay, let's put these away and we'll move on. Alright, now these items on the table here were on the 4 exterior pockets. This little mesh bag is just all energy items. We have a couple 5-hour energies. We have some Jolly Ranchers. We have some coffee packages, which is 3-in-1, sugar, creamer, and coffee. Bunch of those. Bunch of Cliff Bars. And in here are some liquid IV. In here I have some various adapters for my various bottles to adapt to my hydration system. If I need to work with a different container other than what I have. Over here, this is one of the medical kits. Not going to go through it all. You put in there what you think you need. Hand wipes. I got large gauze. I got ace bandages. I have Vet Bond and also Derma Bond. A lot of different ways of wound closures, because you never know if you're going to be able to get yourself some help. And having a wound that you can't deal with, all this stuff means nothing. And sometimes you have a wound you can't deal with, and you're done. Another medical kit, more items in here. Quick clot, steri strips, various sizes of bandages, some poison ivy treatment, moleskin, and then medications. We have Advil, we have Benadryl, and that's anti-diarrhea. All very important items to have. So, you know, you may think this is a lot, but here's the deal. And also in that is Iostat tablets for radiation. Don't know what's going to happen. Don't know where it's going to happen and when it's going to happen, if it'll happen. I always prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You know, in the past I've had bags that were like, you know, close to 80, 90 pounds. This entire bag with water, and I'm talking about a couple bottles, 2 full canteens, and a bladder, is at 52 pounds. The majority of this weight is water, and obviously that's going to go. So the bag by itself is probably about 37 pounds without all the water and food, that is. So over here, this guy here is just hygiene, because again, we have toilet paper, some shampoo, some soaps, a towel, hand sanitizer, toothbrush, toothpaste. You know, a disaster doesn't have to be like, oh, the apocalypse, the EMP, blah, blah, blah. It can be simply some natural disaster, some bad storm, where you're stuck in a hotel for an extra couple days, or you have to go to a local friend's place that's where you happen to be, and you still are many miles from home, and roads are closed. Who knows? Here we have an Israeli bandage. We have a little neck gaiter face covering. This is a pack cover. Socox key for opening water spigots that don't have handles if you need to access water in an urban environment. Write and Rain pen. A Write and Rain notebook. Leave messages, take notes. And in this pouch here, I just have, if I can get it out. Seen this from 4 years ago. Just a little simple AA powered transistor radio, AM, FM, to hear what's going on. You know, also in the Forerunner, I keep some Rocky Talkie radios. I've got 2 other bags in there. We're not going to go through them, but I'll just give you a quick peek in there in a minute. I got some solar chargers, some Gold Zero, etc. If I do need to get home and I need more items and I have somebody with me, I've got another bag that person can carry, or I may just have to stay put and there's no getting home, and this will just be enough between this bag and what's in the Forerunner now to kind of sustain me until things clear up, and it could be weeks or months or even years before you're able to get home. Anyway, let's pause here, pack these items back in, then we'll look at the inside. All right, here we go. This is some items that are on the inside lid of the top flap and the main compartments. I don't know if you've ever seen inside the Bongo gear pack, but it is all orange inside, which I love. Has 3 pouches here, main cargo area, and your hydration area in the back. I love that because you can find stuff. Alright, so this here. Now before we go crazy and be like, oh, look at all this food you have, and some just fell. The furthest I go anywhere for work is like about 93 miles. And that is a couple times a year. And then after that, the furthest I really would go is about 52 miles from home. So this needs to get me, if I'm about, 90 to 100 miles away, it's going to take me a couple days to get home. So I'll just need the energy and therefore, but we'll look at what I have in a second there. So this is like the cook kit and possible stuff. Water filtration. We got our Sawyer squeeze and everything that comes with the Sawyer squeeze. I've got a Goal Zero solar power lantern. Big spoon. In this little pouch is the fire kit. Some wet fire, lighters, ferro rod, some fat wood. There's also some duct tape in there. Cup, fuel. Some more water filtration that lives in the cup with a lid. The MSR stove. And then we have some tin foil, change of shirt, underwear, and socks. So that's everything that's in that pouch. I have one's on the ground, 2, 3, 4. I've got 6 meals, Mountain House and Alpine Air, sweet and sour chicken, Forever Young mac and cheese, breakfast skillet, 3 cheese, creamy mac, and meat lasagna is what fell. I also have a bunch of these. These are really awesome. Beef and barbecue sauce. These are like little sandwiches. Beef and barbecue sauce. French toast. French toast. And apple turnover. So with all these and my little snack pack that we saw, keep you going for a few days. We also have Shemag, 2 full Nalgene's. That will have water in it too. 2 full 1-quart canteens. Got a couple items here. Pair of gloves. A USGI camouflage rain poncho. And then we have some shelter. Here's a life bivvy. Ton of paracord, some steaks, pocket boy, all seen those. We have 2 contractor grade, like 50-gallon drum size, that is, trash bags. Lay this on your ground, fill them with leaves, large ripstop tarp. So with the tarp, the trash bags, the poncho, I could devise some type of a shelter if I have to with the paracord and stakes. Got plenty of food, plenty of water for a couple days. Well, the amount of water, depending on how far I'm humping, isn't that much. So let's put these items back in. And there's a few more items left on the exterior I would like to show everyone. Okay, stand by. Alright gang, so also on the exterior, over here I have a tourniquet. In this little 511 pouch I have a compass. And then spinning it around on this side of the pouch, pack without knocking down the camera. There's a Surefire flashlight with a red lens. I also am going to throw in here, I also have another headlamp that has to go in here. And on the back you can see our hydration tube. And on either side of the belt I've got a 1-quart canteen. And then we have our Fox 40 whistle on the shoulder strap, and just this little tiny O-clip, O-light here. It's not a bad thing to have multiple light sources. So I'm going to add a headlamp to this, but pretty much this is a look at the Get Home bag. I absolutely love the Bongo gear pack. Before this I tried out the 511 Rush 100. Got that in black also. Maybe I'll do another video on that. We'll take a quick peek at that and talk about that, the pros and the cons. I love it and I don't at the same time, if that makes any sense. So this is our Bongo gear Becker Patrol Pack Mark II. Now, one other thing, going back to all the water I have, or not enough water that is, obviously you need to stay hydrated, and obviously you saw all the freeze-dried meals I have, so I'm going to have to map out water sources on my daily travels of where I always am, and there actually is a lot of water sources, not just urban, but natural. I'm talking large bodies, so with my filtration system, I'll be fine. I'm also thinking about maybe swapping out one of those Nalgene's for a Grail. That's a thought as well. So now I have a quicker and a longer method of water filtration, depending on how desperate the needs are and whatever timetable I'm on and the conditions. Alright gang, so anyway, there we go. Here's a look at my Get Home bag. And you know what, before we go, let me just show you a quick peek inside the 4Runner, because it's been a while since I showed you that. Exactly 2 years. Let's not dump the expensive camera. Blocked out the tail lights. Now there's no keeping this truck clean where I am. It's constant filth. Here's a look at the this is the EDC bag, 511 Rush 72 in Storm. They don't make this one anymore. That's my bag that I use from, say, mid-November up until June. And here's what I've added since then. 2 years ago, that is. Some metal molly paneling on the side. Got a dope shelf on the top with all kinds of other items. And then I've got some of my older packs from the FJ, still labeled FJ Emergency, FJ Survival. So we're loaded here. Got more car emergency items up there to fix a flat, jump start, etc. Got some jackets. And there I've got 2 511 bags with supplemental items in there as well. You know, so if I'm going on a long trip for work or recreation, I may keep the Rush 100 in here. I always have a pack with me regardless. So if I've got someone passenger with me, mainly my wife, who's my favorite passenger, or, you know, guy or so from work, there's a pack so they can carry supplemental stuff if we have to abandon the vehicle. And just lastly, I've looked down on the ground and I found this guy. Don't know what it is, but he's furry and he's got eyes. So he will be the vehicle mascot. Alright gang, so now we're finally done. Thanks for watching. Bison out.